Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Shanti Mukhopadhyay from First BCom of Christ Dream to be University, Pune Lavasa campus. In this video, we are going to learn how to import a dataset in RStudio and how to do some basic operations on RStudio. So we are on RStudio and the first thing we are going to do is to import the dataset. So here you can see this option environment. Under it, you can find this option import dataset. Click on it. I'm going to use this option from text reader. You need to have your file location copied. I have already copied my file location, so I'm going to just paste it. Uh, this is not a complete file location. Yeah, this is my proper file location. So I'm going to update it. You're going to have a preview here. Here you can see the preview. You can check whether the data you are importing is correct or not. In my case, it is correct. And as you can see, the data is about world population. Here you can see the ranks, the countries, their capitals, continents, and their population growth from 1970 to 2022. It also shows the growth rate, density per square kilometer, world population percentage. So all the operations that we are going to perform will be based on this data set. So now let's import it. Here it is imported. Now these are the operations that we are going to perform. Number one is sorting the dataset as per a two column, apply maximum, minimum, count, mean, sum, function on any one column, create a subset of the data frame, and create a new column in the data frame. Let's proceed. Before starting the operation, we need to assign a variable to the dataset. So to assign a variable, we can write people is equal to world population. You can see the option came here because the dataset is imported already. So I'm assigning the name people to this dataset. You can assign any name you want. You can assign even a letter if you want. So people. Now I wrote people second time to print the data. Now I have to click run. As you can see, the data is printed here, but because of the limits, it can't show more than 10 rows and 6 columns. Not six, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 columns. So how could you know that how many columns and rows you have? For that, you can use this code and row bracket people people selected and run. Now it is showing the number of rows you have. The same way to find number of columns, you will write and call people and select run. You can see the number of columns. So the first operation we are going to do is sort the data as per the two columns. So to sort data, you need to write the name of the data frame, people, bracket, order, people, third bracket, order, then first bracket, then again people. Now you want to choose the row that you want to sort. Sorry, the column that you want to sort. For that, you have to give the dollar sign. Now you can see all the name of the columns. I want to sort the ranking because in here you can see the ranking is not in a proper order. I want this ranking to be in a increasing order. So for that, the code that I have to write is decreasing decreasing false because there is no code for increasing. So if you want to put any data in increasing order, you have to write decreasing is equal to false. And the columns that I want to add in it is, let's add column 1, 3, and 6. Let's add column 1, 3, and 6. So C 1, comma 3, comma 6. If you want, you can keep this place vacant. You don't need to assign any columns, specific columns. I am doing it because the I'm doing it because the data set I am using is too large. It won't be fit in this place. There are 17 columns, as you know, so that won't be fitting in this place. That's why I'm specifying 3 columns. So to print it, you have to write print your first bracket and close the first bracket. Select it all and run. So here you can see the population is in a proper order, in an increasing order. So let's do the same thing with another column. Up till here it will be the same. So I'm just copy pasting it. Then the first bracket, people, dollar sign. This time I want to choose the growth rate and I want to keep it in a decreasing order. So if you want to keep something in a decreasing order, then you can write decreasing is equal to true, comma. The rows that I want specifically is country, continent, and growth rate. So the numeric order of these columns are country is in number 3, continent is in number 5, and the growth rate is in number 16. So 3, 5, 16. So C, first bracket, 3, comma 5, comma 16. So let us close this two brackets that we have closed before as we copy pasted it. So third bracket and third bracket. Yeah, I think it is correct now. Here must be clarified that every bracket is closed. Now run. So as you can see, the growth rate is in a decreasing order. Let's go to our next operation. So our second operation is apply maximum, minimum, count, mean, and sum in any one column. So the column I am choosing is 2022 population. So let's see the maximum population in 2022. So the code here is max people dollar sign 2022 population. Now just select it all and run. So the maximum population is here. The minimum, the same thing, men, people, dollar sign, and 2020 population. Let's see the minimum population in 2022 is 510. So count, I am giving length, people, dollar 2020 population. Run is 234. Mean people, dollar 2022 population. 1. So is a mean, and the sum of 2020 population is sum bracket people dollar sign 2022 population and select it on run. So this is the total population of 2022 on this planet. So in the third operation, we have to create a subset of the data frame. So first we need to assign a name of the subset. Here I am naming as a data. You can give any name to it. Is equal to subset. Now give a packet people people comma select is equal to now the columns that you want to keep in the subset of the data frame. The column I want to keep is rank, country, continent, 2022 population, and 1970s population. So the sequence will be 1, 3, 5, 6, and 13. So 1, comma 3, comma 5, comma 6, comma 13. Uh, Now we have to print it. So type again data and select it all and run. As you can see, our new subset of the data is created. Now let's move on to our final operation. So in fourth operation, we have to create a new column in the data frame. So to do that, the code that we are going to write is people. Now give two third brackets and invited comma. Now the name that we are going to assign to that column is population group 1970 to 2022. As in this data, you can see there is no proper, there is a growth rate, but there is no proper number that signifies how many people, means how many people has increased from 1970 to 2022. That's why I want that data. I want that column that shows that data. For that, we need to subtract 1970 from 2022. So the code we need to write here is equal to people people dollar 2022 population minus people dollar 1970 population. Now let's increase the space a bit because the data that's going to come will be a bit large. So let's print it. People people now select it all run. So here you can see a new column has been added. As there are already 17 columns, it can't be shown properly. Um, um, that's it. Let us add another column in the subset of the dataset. The process will be same because I want to show you the dataset as a subset also have the same kind of data. Data is data, two second brackets, population, the same name I want to give it, population. Even the code will be same, but I don't want to copy it, I want to type it. People dollar 2022 minus people dollar 1970 and data. Let's select it all. Here you can see a new column has been added. Previously in the subset there were only 5 columns. The rank, country, continent, 2022 population and 1990s population. 1970s population, but now another population has been another column has been added showing population growth between 1970 to 2022. So that's end here. The last thing I want to say about R is that remember one thing that R is very case sensitive. You can see I have wrote the P of the people in capital, and after that I have used wherever I have used the word P people, I have kept the P capital because R is very case sensitive. If I give it in a small letter, it will give me an error. So while doing this R, you need to be very conscious about this. That's all for now. Thank you for watching.